Okay, this is a spreadsheet that does energy calculations for rooftop makeup air units when you increase or decrease the CFM. So all it does is calculate here, down here, the energy savings or the energy consumed by rooftop air conditioners when you change the CFM coming into it. Now, it doesn't have an effect on when you're using free cooling, and where you calculate the free cooling is based on uh, where it starts and when it stops is based on some values over here, the temperature in which heating season starts. Now you can see this has got bin data in it. This is for Des Moines, Iowa. So we've got the bin data. Then we've got some variables that can be changed. Here's the inside air enthalpy, which is at 70 degrees and 40% relative humidity. And here's the CFM. These green columns can be changed. I'll show you a little bit later. Here's the kW per ton cooling. Here's the cost per kW. These can be changed. So what it does is it multiplies all these figures up depending on the bin days and temperatures and shows you the savings or the cost actually in cooling, what it costs to have that 24,000 CFM come into this air conditioner. So this is a cooling cost. If we slide down here and we move over, here's a heating cost, or would be a heating savings if you made some changes. Now, how the calculations go is this little formula chart here. All we're doing with these columns and these red places here indicate this column. This indicates this column. So this subtract this equals this. This is the delta T on the enthalpy. So this multiply this equals this. So that's what this formula chart is saying as far as what's going on in the spreadsheet. And then down here is where we actually have the variables that we can change. Right now we're at 24,000 CFM. We went in here and changed this to 36,000 CFM. Hit enter. You can see that all this changes here. And if you go to the actual energy saved or consumed, it's gone up 50%. It used to be 12,000 something, now it's 18,000 something. So that gives you an idea how this calculator works. And if you take a look, we can change enthalpy, changes it right there, CFM, kW per ton, efficiency of the air conditioner, cost per kW, and then over here on the heating mode, we have therms, heater efficiency, how efficient the heater is, and then right here is a key little value that tells you where it kind of you put in there where your free cooling or where your heating season starts. You get free cooling from makeup air, but at some point there's too much free cooling and you have to start to use heat. And that's what you plug in here, and it changes this 0 and this 1 as far as a multiplication factor. So if we take this and we go to 5 degrees rather than 35, hang on here a second, hit enter. Now you can see it put in a lot more zeros here, so these zeroed out these calculations, and here's the energy savings. So we've got 1,300 annual or average per month. If we go back to 35, hit enter. Oh, it moves over like that. Now we just got a couple zeros, and we've gone up to $7,000 savings per month. So that's how this calculator works. That should do it. Thank you very much.